Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, Ala inna awliya Allah la khawfun alayhim wa la hum yahzanun. In this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us and reminds us that it is the awliya of Allah, it is His friends that these individuals do not fear, nor do they feel any sadness. And this is very much in a spiritual sense. And the reason that I'm mentioning these people and this group of people is that so we understand that maybe we haven't reached that level, but the least that we can do is try to make sure that we accompany them and make sure that we love them. And I mention this because when we aspire to be like people, when we place them in a status of love in our hearts, and when we put them in a place of status and position, these are people who we want to aspire to be. These are people who strive to be like that. And it's important for us as a community, it's important for us as parents, it's important for us as brothers, sisters, whatever role that we have in society and whatever role we have in that family, to make sure that we are setting those standards and setting those goals. If we don't have those standards, if we don't have those goals, we have nothing to aspire to. And the reason that we're talking about these awliya, or we're talking about these righteous people, is because they are living, walking examples in front of us. It's very easy for us to look at the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or it's very easy for us to look at the companions, or maybe even major scholars from the past. And while they are great people, there's no doubt about that. The problem with that is that many times you don't see the day-to-day interactions. You don't see the day-to-day dealings. So having that living example in front of us really helps give us perspective and really helps give us context. And this is why the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Al-ulama warathatul anbiya. He said that the scholars are the inheritors of the prophets. And it's not just in ilm, it's not just in knowledge, but we have to understand in mannerisms, in characteristics. These are all traits that are meant to be passed down through these generations, so that we have living, breathing examples of people who have some kind of connection and some kind of blessing that is connected to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And it is in these last 10 days that we can really see those people shine. It is in those last 10 days that we can really hope and strive to be like those individuals. These are the people who we want to spend time with. These are the people who we want to mimic. These are the people who help guide us and help give us direction in our own lives. And part of that love is seeking their advice. Part of that love is supporting them. And part of that love is even seeking their support. We have to understand that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent and created a system so that we would always have that brotherhood ever present in the coming generations. And the first of those generations to experience it were the companions, radiallahu anhum, and those that followed them and those that followed them until this day today. The Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam will continue to stand and will continue to strive until the Day of Judgment. And one of the strongest ways and the best ways that it will continue to strive is through that brotherhood, and it is through the love of those individuals who are righteous. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from the muhibbi as-salihin.